In this lesson, we're going to focus on how to use Google NotebookLM to extract summaries and insights from your materials in a purposeful, structured way. Summarization is one of the foundational skills in academic research, professional analysis, and effective study habits. And yet, it's often one of the most time-consuming tasks we face when dealing with complex texts. NotebookLM's summarization features are designed to support, not replace, your thinking by helping you identify structure, reduce repetition, and surface the core ideas faster. Let's begin with a common scenario. You've uploaded a document, perhaps an academic article, a policy report, or a technical brief. It's dense and you don't need every word. What you're really looking for is clarity. You want to know what is the main argument, what evidence is presented, where does the author stand on the issue. Using the chat prompt, you can begin with a direct request. Summarize the key findings of this document. The AI will respond with a condensed version, drawing directly from the content you've uploaded. At this stage, it's important to review the summary carefully. Think of it as a first draft of your understanding. It should give you a sense of the structure and direction of the text, but it's your job to check for gaps, nuance, and tone. From there, you can begin refining your questions. Let's go to practice. For example, what recommendations are offered in this document and what evidence supports them? The more specific your questions are, the more focused and useful the responses will be. Vague prompts lead to vague answers. Clear, intentional questions help you build real understanding. Now, if you're working with multiple documents, summarization becomes even more useful. Let's say you've uploaded 3 articles on the same topic. Perhaps they all discuss climate adaptation strategies. You might ask, which of these sources presents a contrasting view and how does it differ? NotebookLM will identify points of agreement, divergence, and emphasis, allowing you to begin constructing a comparative framework. It's also worth pointing out that summarization isn't just about condensing text, it's also about insight extraction. When you ask, what assumptions does the author make here? You're beginning to move from summary into analysis. The AI can assist in highlighting these patterns, but again, your interpretation is central. These are not final answers. They're prompts for further thinking. Once you've collected a few summaries or insights that you find valuable, make sure to save them using the Add Note feature. Label each note clearly, and when possible, add a short reflection or reminder to yourself about why you saved it. For example, use this summary to introduce the literature review section, or compare this argument to Smith's article from last week. These notes become the core of your own intellectual process. Not just what the source says, but how it connects to your work. Here's a brief exercise to try after this lesson. Upload 2 short but contrasting texts, articles, essays, or reports. Ask the AI to summarize each one, then ask it to compare the 2. What are the main differences in their conclusions? What kind of evidence does each rely on? Save the answers as notes. This will give you a working set of insights you can use to draft an outline, lead a discussion, or develop your own argument. As you continue to work with these tools, keep in mind that AI summarization is not about shortcuts. It's about creating a faster, more focused path to understanding. You still need to read carefully, question critically, and organize thoughtfully. The difference is that you're no longer starting from a blank page. You have structure, you have patterns, you have a foundation to build on. That concludes this lesson on using AI for smart summarization and insight extraction. In the next lesson, we'll take the notes and insights you've collected and show you how to shape them into final, shareable outputs, whether that's a briefing document, a study guide, or a timeline. Before you move on, I encourage you to experiment with different types of prompts. Ask about arguments, evidence, tone, and assumptions, And most importantly, treat each answer not as a conclusion, but as a starting point for deeper analysis.